None of us can tell what makes our favorite food so perfectly sweet. Reading food labels can be even more bewildering. But here's the lowdown on the sugars our food and drinks contain and how those sugars affect our bodies. There are 3 types of sugar: glucose, sucrose, and fructose. Glucose is made when your body breaks down starches in food.
Starchy foods include bread, cereals, pasta, and rice. Starch is broken down into glucose in the body, and it is an energy source. The body needs glucose to fuel its major functions of muscle contraction and other activities.
Sucrose is table sugar.
Sucrose is a simple sugar, and it is made up of glucose and fructose. And sucrose is metabolized in the body and broken down into glucose and fructose. Glucose and fructose both are energy sources for the body.
Fructose is the sugar found naturally in fruits and is widely used in the form of high fructose corn syrup.
Fructose is not required for good health. It is not an essential nutrient. It's a simple sugar, and it's primarily found in fruits and in foods and beverages in which high fructose corn syrup is added.
So now that we know something about each of these sugars, what does all this mean when it comes to making healthy choices? Well, a recent study shows drinking fructose-sweetened beverages can cause an increase in visceral fat, the kind that embeds itself between tissues and organs, less sensitivity to insulin, one of the first signs of diabetes, increased fat production in the liver, elevated LDL, or bad cholesterol, and increased levels of triglycerides, a type of fat found in the body. The same study also showed those who drank the glucose-sweetened beverages experienced no such changes in their health. So what does this mean?
When you drink a beverage that is sweetened with glucose, you get a more pronounced response in terms of insulin secretion and leptin secretion. Insulin and leptin cause the body to feel more satisfied. So the people that drank glucose felt more satisfied with that beverage.
Fructose, on the other hand, does none of those things and behaves like a fat when it's consumed. Fructose doesn't stimulate insulin secretion, and it doesn't increase hormones that control appetite. That suggests that consuming a lot of fructose, like consuming too much fat, could contribute to weight gain.
There's a strong correlation between high sugar diets and weight gain, especially when you eat sugar in excess of your energy needs, whether the sugar comes from glucose, fructose, or sucrose. There are good foods that contain fructose, in particular fruits. The naturally occurring fructose in fruits is not going to cause the same detrimental effects that you would find from high fructose corn syrup in processed foods. Fruits have, in addition to fructose, they also have water, antioxidants, and fiber, which are very good for us.
So what do we do with this information? The truth is, most sugary products are made with either sucrose or fructose, often in the form of high fructose corn syrup, which is a combination of fructose and glucose. Because it extends the shelf life of processed foods, high fructose corn syrup has become a popular ingredient in many sodas, fruit-flavored drinks, and other processed foods.
With the increasing popularity of fruit and vegetable juices on the market, I'm concerned as a dietitian that people are going to be drinking more of those juices and eating less whole fruits and vegetables. The whole fruit or the whole vegetable is healthier and is more satisfying to eat versus drinking a juice that may be sweetened with high fructose corn syrup.
Here's a little more food for thought. Long-term consumption of sugared drinks, typically sweetened with high fructose corn syrup, may double your risk of obesity. Part of the risk is simply from the extra calories, but part is also due to the high fructose content in the drinks. Finally, a review of multiple studies found that, in animals, consuming large amounts of high fructose corn syrup led to several early warning signs of diabetes, including induced insulin resistance, impaired glucose tolerance, and high levels of insulin production. Ideally, to help protect your health, you should minimize your intake of sugars by limiting your consumption of soft drinks and other sugary foods and beverages. These small changes can make a big difference in how you look, how you feel, and your overall health.